he travels to Edinburgh, a young girl from one of the small towns of Scotland runs away with him in hopes of seeing the world. He becomes a father figure to her, and as he regains his confidence as an artist, she blossoms into a young woman. With its hand-drawn animation, The Illusionist is gorgeous and delicate, so beautifully detailed and achingly sweet in just the smallest gestures. There's virtually no dialogue, maybe a few mumblings here and there in English and French, yet it conveys so much emotion. It might be hard to find, but there in English and French, yet it conveys so much emotion. It might be hard to find, but it's worth looking for.
It is worth.
There's virtually no dialogue, maybe a few mumblings here and there in English and French, yet it conveys so much emotion. It might be hard to find, but it's worth looking for.
It is worth looking for. I like this film quite a bit as well.
Okay.
And I'm quite surprised that it isn't getting maybe a larger release. I feel like people who would like a Pixar movie would probably like this as well. Even though it's a very different animation style, it's a very similar approach to how one makes an animated film.
And some of the themes, I think, in terms of the nostalgia that a lot of the Pixar films come up with, it definitely exists.
And
all over
also the interest in childhood and aging, I think are kind of what most people think of as Pixar themes.
Yeah, no, I think it's a very timeless thing. It takes place a while ago, but it's all very relevant now in terms of trying to find out who you are as you age. And you can look at it from a little girl's perspective as well. And the way they connect with each other in such easy ways and yet such quiet ways is always believable. I mean, it's not creepy ever. It could, in theory, be creepy, and it's not. And they have a lot of fun with each other, and they have some epiphanies, and I always believe it.
And it's a gorgeously animated film. I mean, this is some really beautiful hand-drawn animation. And one thing I like about it is that it takes advantage of the kind of movement that you can only get in traditional cell animation, that you can't really get in, 3D and the CGI animation, things like that.
Yeah, I agree. And it's very Tati-ish, I think, in the movements, because they're subtle, but there's like a lot of tiny comedy that you just gotta watch for and pay attention to.
Yeah, there's a lot of things sometimes going on. I remember the first time you see backstage, it's it's a very Tati moment. So a good tribute to a great filmmaker, but also a good film on its own.
There you go.
One of the most villains who've been everything about this real personality, and it's pretty good. Very good.
Okay, when we come back, our video pick of the week, another movie. We like Bogus, about a young boy dealing with the loss of his mother.
Siskel and Ebert's Video Pick of the Week, brought to you by Orville Redenbacher's Gourmet Popping Corn, the best part of the movies.
My video pick this week is Unstrung Heroes, an enchanting and overlooked film from last year directed by Diane Keaton, which tells the story of a young boy whose mother gets sick. His father, played by John Turturro, is a brilliant eccentric whose idea of parenthood is inventing a bed for the kid that requires an emergency evacuation procedure.
A tent?
Now, the entire operation is controlled by this remote, which includes a surprise feature which we'll discuss in a moment.
That's Nathan Watt as the little boy. His mother is played by Andy McDowell, whose scenes with the boy ring with truth and feeling.
What are you doing?
His grief-stricken father has a lot of love, but is obviously not competent as a single parent. So who should take care of the little boy? Well, how about his two uncles, who are even more eccentric than the father?
Arthur, give this boy the high concert. He's earned it.
What do I do?
Diane Keaton's Unstrung Heroes, my video pick of the week. And now let's take another look at the movies we reviewed this week.
We think Death on the Nile is a stylish and witty adaptation of the Agatha Christie whodunit. Both Gene and I like it, and that's why it says yes next to both of our names. We recommend to see this movie. The Law on Good Friday is the drama about the rise and fall of a London gangster. We both admired Bob Hoskins' great performance. We recommend you see it. In Touch and Go, Michael Keaton gets mugged by a kid and falls in love with his mother. The movie's a funny, warm-hearted sleeper. 2 thumbs up. We're both surprised how much we liked All the Little Animals. Not a children's picture, but a deep Jungian fable. 2 thumbs up for the fascinating and revealing documentary Dark Days about people who build homes under the city's streets. It's rolling out gradually across the country. 2 big thumbs up for Diamond Men. It's playing in Washington, D.C. right now. It opens in selected cities later this month, so look for it.
We both say see it for Burn After Reading. Opens
next week. Of course, it opens in selected earlier this month.
And we both like The Illusionist.
Yes, it opens selected cities next month.
Remember to visit our website, Siskel-Ebert.com, part of the Go Network. Next week we'll be back with our annual Holiday Video Gift Guide, a special program. We have a lot of fun with this, in which we review videos you might want to give or receive. And also take a look at new electronic gadgets. And Gene and I go 3 rounds against each other in a new interactive video game. That's at this same time next week. Until then, the balcony is closed.
Hooray for Raisinets. Now you can enjoy one of the all-time favorite movie candies at home. Goobers and Snow Caps too. Hooray. Hooray for Raisinets. The great refinishing team, Zip Strip Paint, Varnish and Stain Remover, and Zip Guard, pure urethane wood finish for that professional look. Andron by Jovan, the first pheromone-based fragrances scientifically created to attract, capable of triggering a magnetic reaction between men and women.